Alrighty then, I am a-fixin' to make in my authentic crock pot. Okay, don't come for me, crock pot, because it's a real crock pot brand. I am going to make cube steak. So I've taken out some cube steak that I had frozen in my sucky bags. I am going to brown some onions. I am then gonna combine, these are some of my frozen ice cube beef stock with some cream of celery and cream of onion. Mix it up in a bowl, and that's what I'll be pouring over my onions that I put in the bottom of my crock pot and then my cube steak. But first, I'm going to dredge my cube steak in some seasoned flour. And then this is gonna cook on low 6 to 8 hours or high 4 to 6 hours. And odds are I'm gonna go with low because I got to go do some kayak fishing because I don't have big wind. It's gonna be 86 glorious degrees and I'm a little bit excited. And I already went fishing 2 days ago and of course cut myself because if I'm fishing, I'm bleeding. It's just what happens. But anywho, let's get this party started. I'm gonna season some flour, dredge my cube steak in it, and brown it up on each side. It ain't hard. Oh, and this makes a fabulous, fabulous gravy. And you know, being Southern, I am all about that gravy. Yes, I am. So we're gonna get a little bit of butter and some olive oil getting hot in the pan. I will then brown on each side my cube steaks that I dredged in seasoned flour and get them brown on each side. So here are our 2 cans of soup, and here are my ice cube trays, ice cubes of beef stock, defrosted. If you don't make your own, you use the stuff in a can. This mixture is what we're gonna pour over the crock pot. The onions will be on the bottom, then the cube steak layered, and this will be poured over the top. Still ain't hard, is it? It ain't hard. Our cube steak is browned. Let's get our onions in here. And these onions will sit on the bottom of our crock pot. That's why the fan is on. Wiggle them around. Get a lot of our brown stuff off the bottom. My heat's on medium. And cube steak, remember, is not a tender cut of beef. When I make pan-fried cube steak, of course, I have to beat that cube steak and really tenderize it, and then I slow cook it here, where after I do flour and breadcrumbs. And this is great. So I like this. I don't have to stand over the stove to slowly pan fry those pieces, and this, you will cut it with a fork. So I did not tenderize it or pound it out with a meat mallet, because this is gonna slow cook in our crock pot. The reason I say authentic crock pot is if you don't have an authentic one, they can take your video down if you keep using that word. You know how we say Clorox instead of saying bleach? Because advertising is so effective. That's why. I've had it happen when they could not see that it was an authentic crock pot. This is so not hard, and it smells fabulous. So I've gotten everything off the bottom of that skillet, and now we're gonna get our onions right into this crock pot. I'm going to unceremoniously slap them up in here. And I want to get these drippings off the bottom. So there they are, spread out on the bottom. Now we're gonna put our just browned on each side, cube steaks on the top. Let's get our going on low. There we go. I do not get it hot first do nothing dumb. We're gonna spread them out. I cut the large pieces into more manageable pieces. And this will give us plenty of leftovers. And we are all about saving that dollar. Because if y'all ain't noticed, the grocery stores be hurting. And if you have not started stocking your pantry, I've always been a food storage enthusiast. I didn't have to do anything different. You need to start. The one thing we are not gonna be is hungry. I ain't fixing to eat rice and beans or MREs. I like to cook from scratch and plan out my meals and have an extended pantry because I live in a hurricane zone. Now, if I need to add, as this cooks, if I need to add more, I will drop in some ice cubes of my beef broth. When I had a canner load full or did 2 runs and only had a little bit left over, you know I freeze them in ice cube trays, and then 9 standard ice cubes or a pint. So if I need to do that, I will, but I'm gonna cover it and it's gonna cook slow. And I'll see you between 6 and 8 hours from now. Oh yeah. Here it is, and the meat is done and the flavor is fabulous. So I'm gonna make a plate. I am in the mood for corn, so that's why I'm doing corn instead of something more colorful like green beans or carrots. And I am hungry. Cube steak is still super affordable. And not just affordable, it's available in our stores, which I pretty much love. You can cut it with your fork. It's fabulous, the gravy is fabulous, and I'm going to get my eat on. I love an easy, never fail crock pot recipe. And I make myself some mashed taters, which I make from some of my canned potatoes, but you can get the kind in an envelope or whatever. This is an ideal meal when you work. So I'm gonna go enjoy pigging out because I've caught fish. I have cleaned the fish. I have stored and frozen the fish. I am one tired mouse who is gonna eat like a grown man. Oh yeah.